Dear students, this is your diagram master. Let us have one more concept on Legendre's polynomials. We have seen the derivation, the finding the solution of Legendre's differential equation. Afterwards, we have seen the generating function of Legendre's polynomial. Now, orthogonal properties of Legendre's polynomials. Orthogonal properties of Legendre's polynomial. What are those? We have to show integral -1 to +1 pmx pnx dx is equal to 0 if m is not equal to n, and if m is equal to n, then that is equal to 2 by 2n plus 1. This is two integrals we have to prove. When m is not equal to n, we have to prove -1 to +1 pmx pnx dx is equal to 0, and when m is equal to n, that is pm into pmx or pn into pnx whole square dx is equal to 2 by 2n plus 1 x, 2n plus 1. Okay, how to prove this? The proof of the concept. The way, as we know, the Legendre's differential equation is, I told you, we should not forget the differential equation. Legendre's differential equation is 1 minus x square into d square by dx square minus 2x into dy by dx plus n into n plus 1 into y is equal to 0. And this differential equation can be written as, we can rewrite it as these two terms, d by dx of d by derivative of 1 minus x square into dy by dx. What is that? U into v, 1 minus x square into d square by dx square, this term, and dy by dx into derivative of 1 minus x square, that is minus 2x. Therefore, these two terms can be measured in this way. This can be expressed as d by dx of 1 minus x square into dy by dx, and this is plus n into n plus 1 into y is equal to 0. Let it be equation 1. In equation 1, replace y with pnx. Why? Because pnx is, what is pnx? Pnx is a solution of Legendre's differential equation. Therefore, y is equal to pnx. Y can be replaced with pnx. Therefore, in equation 1, if you write y is equal to pnx, d by dx of 1 minus x square into d pn of x. Pn of x in simple form, I wrote it as pn. d by dx of pnx or pn plus n into n plus 1 into y is pn of x is equal to 0. In place of y, I wrote pnx. In place of y, pnx. That is equation 2. Similarly, if y is equal to pmx, for y is equal to pmx, this can be, equation 2 can be in this way, d by dx of 1 minus x square d by dx of pm plus m into m plus 1 into pmx is equal to 0. If the polynomial, Legendre's polynomial is named after pmx, in case it is a pmx, we can replace y with pmx. Therefore, in equation 1, d by dx of 1 minus x square into d by dx of pmx plus m into m plus 1 into pmx is equal to 0. That is equation 3. Multiply equation 2 with the pmx, equation 3 with the pnx, and 2 into pmx minus 3 into pnx becomes like this. This is pmx into all this n into n plus 1 into pmx into pnx minus multiplying this one with the pnx into this one plus m into m plus 1 into pmx into pnx is equal to 0. So, minus this one, minus we have this. So, integrating between -1 and +1. Integrating this one between -1 and +1, what you get? -1 to +1 this term, this one, and all this, and I merged these two. These two terms contains Pmx into Pnx. Therefore, n into n plus 1 minus m into m plus 1 into minus 1 to plus 1 Pmx into Pnx dx. These two terms remains as it is. Now, integrating by parts. First function into integral of second. What you get? First function is Pmx. Integral of second. This is a d by dx of this one, derivative of a function, and integrating which what you get is the same function, 1 minus x square d Pn by dx. If you integrate 2x, what you get? X is 2 into x square by 2, what you get? X square. Or integral derivative of x square dx, nothing but x square. Derivative of x square, that means we are differentiating x square and integrating it. What you get is x square. Suppose derivative of x square 2x dx, 2 into x square by 2x square. So derivative of a function and integrating which what you get is the original function. D derivative of a function fx into and integrating the same function, derivative of some function and integrating which what you get is the same function you get. Here also we are integrating first function into integral of second. This is the derivative of d by dx of 1 minus x square dpn by dx. Therefore, integrating which what you get is the same, pmx into 1 minus x square into dpn d by dx of dpn minus integral of second into derivative of first. The derivative of pmx is d by dx of pmx. In the same way for this is first function, this is second. First function pnx into this is minus sign. First function pnx into integral of second. Integral of second is the inner part. This is derivative of a function and integrating which what you get is the internal function, 1 minus x square d by dx of pm between the limits minus 1 to plus 1. Integral of second into derivative of first, d by dx of pnx. These two are same, 1 minus x square d by dx of pn, d by dx of pm. This is d by dx of pm, d by dx of pm, both are same. This is minus, this is plus, both gets cancelled. And applying upper and lower limits. Upper limit, if you apply the upper limit 1 in place of x, that is 1 minus 1 0. Although you apply minus 1 lower limit, minus 1 whole square is plus 1, 1 minus 1 0. In the same way, this is also 0. These two gets cancelled, 0 minus 0, and finally what remains is n into n plus 1 minus m into m plus 1 integral of minus 1 to plus 1 pmx pnx dx, in which if m is not equal to n, if m is equal to n, this is not equal to 0. If m is equal to n, this will become 0. If m is not equal to n, this is not equal to 0. Not equal to 0. If m is different from n, this is not equal to 0. Therefore, this should be 0. Therefore, this should be 0. Okay. If m is not equal to n, if m is different from n, this should not be 0. If x into y is 0 and x not equal to 0, then y should be 0. That means integral minus 1 to plus 1 pmx pnx dx should be 0. If it is not equal to 0, this is 0. This is not equal to 0, then the constant, it is treated as constant. So minus 1 to plus 1 pmx pnx dx is equal to 0. That is first part. The second one we have to prove by taking m is equal to n. That we have to prove. We have seen case 1, that is when m is equal to n, integral minus 1 to plus 1 pmx pnx dx is equal to 0. Now we shall see the second case, for which we take this one. By generating function, we have, this is the generating function, as you know, 1 minus 2x h plus h square power minus 1 by 2, in which the coefficient of h power n is pnx. Therefore, this is exactly equal to the coefficient of h power n is pnx. So, all the terms elaborating this one is equal to sigma n is equal to 0 to infinity h power n pnx. This is by generating function. Since it is generating function, we may write 1 minus 2x h plus h square power minus 1 by 2 is equal to sigma n is equal to 0 to infinity h power n pnx. Here the coefficient of h power n is pnx. So, coefficient of h power 0 is something else. Okay. Considering this and squaring this equation on both sides. Squaring on both sides, what you get? On the left hand side, 1 minus 2x h plus h square whole to the power of, this is minus 1 by 2, that will become minus 1, and squaring this, what you get? This is like, let us take three terms only, h power 0 p0x plus h p1x plus h square p2x. Let us, for example, let us elaborate this. What you get is h0 p0x square plus h square p1x square plus h power 4 p2x whole square, a square plus b square plus c square plus 2 h power 0 plus 2 p0x into p1x 2ab plus 2 h power 2 plus 4 p1x into p2x plus 2 into h power 4 plus 0 p2x into p0x. Clearly see this. We have a plus b plus c whole square, a square plus b square plus c square, 2ab 2bc 2ca. So, squaring on both sides. This is square of this, a square, this is a square is h power 0 is constant. So, 1 square is 1, h power 0 p naught x whole square, this is h square p1x whole square, h square whole square, that is h power 4 p2x whole square, and 2ab, 2 into ab. Here a is h power 0 and b is h power 1 p0 p1, p0x into p1x, 2 into ab, h power 0 plus 2 into p0 p1. Next 2 into bc, h power 1 plus h square, h power 1 into h square, p1x p2x, and here h power 2 plus h power 0 p2x p0x, 2ab p0 p1 p1 p2 p2 p0, power 0 plus 2 0 plus 2, let us see, p0 p1, 0 plus 1 only. Okay, ab 2ab h power 0 plus 1 into p0 p1. Next h power 1 plus 2 into p1 p2, 2bc 2ca. So, I have taken for 3 terms. This is expansion of 3 terms. So, elaborating which to infinite number of terms, what you get? Square terms, like terms, p0 square, p1 square, p2 square, like that we will get. This is h power 0 h square, h power 4 2abc. Here suffixes are not equal. This is p0, this is p1, this is p1, this is p2, this is p2, this is p0. Suffixes are not equal. These are different terms, these are like terms. Same that elaboration, if you apply for infinite number of terms, what you get is sigma n is equal to 0 to infinity h power 2n pnx whole square. This is square terms. Here there are h0, p0, p1, p2, p0, p1, p0 square x, p1 square x, p2 square x, p3 square x, p4 square x, p5 square x, up to infinite number of terms. This is when h is 0, h power 0, when h is 1, h square, when h is 2, when n is 2, this is 4. Okay, so all these terms will be covered, and these are 2ab terms. H power m plus n, 2 into sigma n is equal to 0, m is equal to 0 to infinity. Here clearly n is not equal to m, pmx, pnx. Okay, let us integrating this equation between the limits minus 1 and plus 1. Integral minus 1 to plus 1, 1 by 1 minus 2xh plus h square dx. This is sigma n is equal to 0 to infinity minus 1 to plus 1 h power 2n pnx whole square dx. And this is also 2 into so and so minus 1 to plus 1 h power m plus n pmx pnx dx. This is minus 1 by 2h. Okay, minus 1 by 2h log of 1 minus 2xh plus h square between the limits minus 1 and plus 1, and this is as it is, and this one becomes 0. Why it is 0? The entire thing will become 0. Why it is 0 is, if you brought out h power m plus n, 2 into sigma so and so h power m plus n minus 1 to plus 1 pmx pnx dx. Here m is not equal to n. When m is not equal to n, integral minus 1 to plus 1 pmx pnx dx is 0. Therefore everything is 0 here. This term is 0. What remains is minus 1 by 2h. If you apply upper limit, that is 1 minus 2h plus h square, that becomes 1 minus h whole square minus log of minus 1. In place of x, if you put minus 1, that is 1 plus 2h plus h square, that means 1 plus h whole square. Same thing, right hand side will continue like this. On the left hand side you have minus 1 by 2h minus sign. This first take out 2 log 1 plus 1 minus h minus log 1 plus h. Take out the negative sign. So this term will come here, this term will go there. Minus sign gets cancelled, this will become plus. 2 is taken out, square. So this is log 1 plus h minus of log 1 minus h. 1 by h log 1 plus h, this is the expansion of log 1 plus h minus expansion of log 1 minus h, and finally these terms will get cancelled, h square, this one will go. So you have h plus h, h cube by 3, h cube by 3, h power 5 by 5, h power 5 by 5. So 2 into h cube by 3 plus h power 5 by 5, so on. So the right hand side function is sigma n is equal to 0 to infinity, so on. So that will come as it is, in which sending h 1 by h into the bracket, 2 into 1 plus h square by 3, h power 4 by 5, so on. So this can be written as in the sigma format, 2 into integral 0 to 2 into sigma n is equal to 0 to infinity h power 2n by 2n plus 1. When n is 0, you have 1 by 1. When n is 1, this is h square by 3. When n is 2, h power 4 by 5. So this can be expressed in this way: sigma n is equal to 0 to infinity h power 2n by 2n plus 1. This is the right hand side. Comparing the coefficient of h power on both sides. The coefficient of h power n on both hand sides is, the coefficient of h power 2n is 2n, not n, h power 2n. Coefficient of h power 2n on the right hand side is integral minus 1 to plus 1 pnx whole square dx. On the left hand side, the coefficient of h power 2n is 2 by 2n plus 1. So 2 by 2n plus 1 is equal to integral minus 1 to plus 1 pnx whole square dx. Here m is not equal to n. We have chosen here m is not equal to n. Therefore, integral minus 1 to plus 1 pnx whole square dx is equal to 2 by 2n plus 1 in this case, right? Here m is equal to n, not m is equal to n. When m is not equal to n, this term gets this entire term will vanish. It becomes, here m is equal to n. Therefore, this is for m is equal to n. Okay, this term, we got this term for m is equal to n. When m is not equal to n, entire thing vanishes. This term gets 0. So this term is pnx whole square. What, when we get to pnx whole square is when m is equal to n. Okay.